4, 5 days in a row. Okay, I'm still going live consistency. Thought I'd build, or not build, but at least preview some, or I'm gonna build too. Preview some sets here. So as people maybe find the live stream, just put these parts on display, sort of. We got a 1984 minifig here. Still looks pretty good. It's a little bit squeaky, but that and a 2025 minifig, and love the fact that there's a lot of consistency there in the minifigs over time. Love it. And this Lego Yellow Castle is probably one of the oldest sets in our collection. So thought I'd bring this out because after we finish this set, or after I finish building up the Jango Fett Starship, want to get back into building something related to Lego Castle. Hey, Punisher, welcome. All right, so here we go. And I'll be working on the Jango Fett Starship as get going here and see if there's others out there who like Lego and want to join in on the chat today. So here's the yellow Lego Castle. I think this set came out in originally in 1977 or 78. I always get that number mixed up. I think it's probably 1970. Well, I don't know, 77 or 78. And I didn't get it that early, but as a kid, got this set in the 80s, and here it is today. Most of the minifigures are still in possession. I'm not sure if I've lost any of them over time, but it really cool castle set. That's not his shield. His shield should match the actual pattern on his tunic there. So see if I can find those at some point when I get all this built up. But yeah, here's the yellow Lego Castle here. One of the oldest sets I have in our collection from the 1980s. And so that's why I was saying what to build next. I wanted to build a castle set. And so I got the 3-in-1 castle set to complement this one. I'll put those two next to each other at some point. I like the box art on these, like the Lions Castle that came out a few years ago, and then the 3-in-1 that just got released. I think the box art almost is nostalgic. It kind of matches everything. Hey, Star Wars Battlefield, welcome. Hello, Alexandria. Jacksonville, welcome. All right, so Jacksonville, assuming you're from maybe the great state of Florida, but awesome. Great to see you guys here, or maybe it's another Jacksonville in the country, but welcome you guys. So if you are a Lego fan, I will be talking and building Lego with you on this live stream, working primarily on set 75433, Jango Fett Starship. This was an August 1st release, and talking about some themes to build next. And so the start of the month, I went with my family to the Lego store to check out what the Lego store is like on release day, and possibly get a new set on release day, the first day of its official release. But Target kind of beat us to, or Target not beat us, but Target beat the Lego store to the early release date, and this was already out in July. So we actually got this set in July. But when we went to the Lego store in August 1st, we got the 3-in-1 castle set. However, now that I have both, it doesn't matter about the release date because I'm just gonna build. So here we are. This is bag 4. There's 6 bags total, and this Jango Fett Starship, I think I said it yesterday as well, and probably a few times when I first got it. It's a great companion set to the other Starship. This is Boba Fett Starship that came out, I believe, in 2020. So just love to see that there's some companion complementary Lego sets going on, and then also a good complementary set to the Obi-Wan Starship that is still out. It's been out for, gosh, at least 2 years now, and this is only a $23 set because you can get it on a lot less on Amazon or Walmart. Star Wars Battlefield says, sorry, I can't stay long, but I was wondering how everyone's day has been going so far. Awesome. Thank you, Star Wars Battlefield, for asking. Pretty good so far. It's early evening here, and so enjoying the fact that I can live stream. Been able to live stream 5 days in a row. Alexandria says, also doing well. And Punisher Bricks started out the live stream first, got here first, so that's great. Thank you, everyone, for joining the live stream. If you are only here for a few seconds or a few minutes, and you like Lego, join in the chat, say hello, say what your favorite set is, say what you think about certain themes, Lego Star Wars or whatever. The Lego prices, that's always a fun topic, depending on your point of view. But yeah, so doing well. Hope you're doing well too, Star Wars Battlefield. He's doing good this evening. Excellent. So Star Wars Battlefield is also doing well. So leave a like, and if anything, leave a like for Lego, because Lego is just a great therapeutic hobby, collecting theme, and it's just a fun time to take out of the day when you can. And for me, it's been a very fortunate week to take time out of each day of this week so far and build with you guys. And so here I am, starting to build and see what you guys are up to. Let's see if anyone else joins. All right, got a couple likes already. Excellent. So thank you for joining the live stream. Trying to find a good time to do live streams on a weekday, and I guess it just depends on what people's schedules are like. I haven't found a perfect time yet. I've live streamed early in the day, so we're in the West Coast of the United States. So I've live streamed early in the day, live streamed, I would say, fairly late in the evening. Although this is kind of still during summertime, so maybe there's a reason why. But we got a lot of people joining in the evening, no matter what time of day it is where they are. So we're talking like past midnight. But then we also are able to connect with people in totally different time zones around the world. So that's fun as well. So it could be the next day. So it could be like Thursday, where some people are, the end of Thursday, depending on how far away you are from the West Coast of the United States. This is kind of a fun part of the build here already. I don't know if this is like the power crystal for the ship, but I like that. I was never sure if these pieces here were Lego. I always would find those the last few years kind of randomly in the Lego pile when my sons were building Lego, and just thought maybe it's not a Lego piece, but maybe an alternative, like a knockoff Lego piece. But hey, it is. It just came with this set. All right, thank you, Star Wars Battlefield. Hope everyone has a good rest of their evening. Awesome. So this set here is, what did I do with the box? This set here is 707 pieces. And this set went on sale, early release, July at Target, and then official release at the Lego store August 1st for $70. Just noticed that I hadn't looked closely, but I know the haunted house, the 3-in-1 haunted house set is fairly popular. I think because it because people found it at Costco for a discounted price. But it looks like such a it looks like a pretty decent sized set, but it's only, I think, about 70 pieces more than this Starship. So I'm excited to see when I finish this build how cool this set looks, how big it looks, for 707 pieces. And that haunted house of I think the price on it is close to $90, or maybe it is $90. So it's $20 more than the Jango Fett Starship, and about 70 pieces more. So interesting to see how Lego prices things. Clearly, the Star Wars sets are the Lego Disney Star Wars sets, maybe because it's the Disney factor makes prices a little bit higher compared to other themes. And I was saying also that Ninjago is probably one of the best themes out there for Lego. I think you get the most for your money when you buy Ninjago sets. We got at the Lego store, no second hand or no other retailer where they can discount the prices. And the Ninjago set that we found is Jay's Mech, and it came with 4 minifigures and a mech build for $10. $10 set. I don't think you can find anything for Star Wars for that price. So, oh, here we go. Let's see. Baseball. Hey, baseball, welcome. Star Wars Battlefield is heading out. High fives to you, Star Wars Battlefield. Thank you for joining the chat and saying hello. Alexandria says, my haunted house imploded while I was building it. I might do the other builds in the set. Oh no. Were you doing one of those situations where, you put, like, you're trying to build the one's kind of fragile section of a build, and then, like, you push down too hard and then all the Legos from underneath collapse? That's what I picture when you say imploded, Alexandria. But I like the point of view you had, because yes, it's destroyed, but that's an opportunity to rebuild one of the other versions, since it is a 3-in-1. So kudos to that. Baseball says, I went to Bricks and Minifigs. Oh, awesome. For the first time yesterday, and got a Kashyyyk Scout Trooper clone for $25. Sounds like a rare minifig score there, Baseball. I'm going again on Sunday to trade in some Marvel minifigs. Awesome. Very cool, Baseball. So $25 Clone Trooper Scout from Kashyyyk. I'll have to look that up. Those Bricks and Minifig stores are really fun to go visit. We did a video on that last month, so maybe you guys can check out that video and see what all the Star Wars, Marvel, quite a few Harry Potter, but lots of Star Wars clone minifigs at that Lego or that Bricks and Minifig store. It was a great visit. Saw the original UCS Star Destroyer all built up on display. Saw I think a sealed box of the original UCS Millennium Falcon, not the one that's still for sale, but the one that came before that on sale. I think it was, I want to say the price was probably close to $2,000. I should have looked more carefully. John Briggs says, W chat. Thank you, John Briggs. Leave a like if you are here to join the chat, and if you like Lego. I got more likes. That's awesome. 7 likes. 7 is a great number. I saw so many cool sets, says Baseball. I know. There are tons. It depends on some of the Bricks and Minifigs are. There's one near us. It's a newer store. I think it opened a year ago, or maybe close to a year ago. And it doesn't have the collection like the one that we put in our video. It's probably half the size. But the minifigures that they have in the window cases that are all kind of near where the checkout counter is are fun just to kind of peruse through. Hey, Blackout, welcome. Good to see you here. John Briggs, Blackout, Alexandria, Star Wars Battlefield was here for a little bit. I think Punisher Bricks was here at the beginning, or maybe still is. And we had a hello from Jacksonville. He's still here, but thank you everyone for joining the chat. Leave a like while you're here. If you like Lego, of course, remember to like and subscribe. You guys are always good about reminding others to do that. Baseball says, I'm going to try and get some more Star Wars figs and to add to my collection and get rid of Marvel dogs because I don't collect Marvel. Is it Marvel figs? Because I don't collect Marvel. Wow, baseball, depending on what, gosh, I wish I was near you. I might make a trade or just buy some of those minifigs. I can't necessarily say I collect Marvel, but I do like the Marvel sets. So those are always fun to have. Although they kind of, with Marvel, to me, I guess it's not as special as, it'll never be as special as Star Wars sets. And now that I'm saying, oh, it'd be fun to trade for those, I don't know, is there like a super rare Lego mini or a rare Marvel Lego minifig that people are willing to trade for? And now I'm thinking, I don't know if it would be like a special series of Iron Man or something, but yeah, that's you bring up a good point, baseball. I think those minifigs, especially with Lego releasing kind of newer versions of older themes, like from the MCU movies, that you don't necessarily lose out on your chance to get a Captain America or an Iron Man or whatever. Those figs kind of get repeated, especially now where they got the Marvel logo set. They've got the airport battle, a second version of that. They've got the end game, or yeah, the end game battle. Like there's quite a few. You do have the opportunity just to get the minifigs that are favorites. They got the one that I like that we built up in between building up Rivendell and Barad-dûr. We built up one of the Iron Man lab, and that had the Iron Patriot. That minifigure I like a lot. So I think that one might be, maybe that'll be a favorite minifig and collectible minifig later on, because it's got Rhodey's Iron Man suit where he's, wearing a American flag themed suit, Iron Man type suit, and Iron Patriot, of course, is just a cool sounding minifig. So yeah, but getting some more old school clone troopers, that sounds fun. What are those Star Wars sets I see in the background? Asked Blackout. Okay, so good question. I was gonna mention that, so I'm glad you asked. So while I was, well, this is the set I'm slowly building right here. Jango Fett's Starship set 75433. So this is new. We've got the Obi-Wan Starship. This is still out. This is a good companion. It's got a Kaminoan like this Jango Fett set does. So this is the Obi-Wan Starship, both from the same movie. And this one we got a while ago. It was in our backlog. This is set 75311, the Imperial Armored Marauder. I think this is from the first Mandalorian episode, but it's got, instead of clone troopers, it's got some stormtroopers, just some regular stormtroopers, and an artillery stormtrooper. It's got kind of that cool yellow trim on his armor. And Greef Karga. Yeah, this is Greef Karga from the Series 1 Mandalorian. And then got the box to the Jango Fett Starship here. So that's what I'm building right now. And then this is the Boba Fett Starship. A very cool set. It's basically the version that also came out related to the Mandalorian series, with a Mandalorian minifigure and the Boba Fett minifigure in there. So got this. This is fun because this is, this is not out anymore. This is a retired set, but we haven't built it yet. But it matches up with this Jango Fett Starship. So that one is older and haven't built that one up, but I'm building up this new one. And then, of course, at the start of the live stream, I pointed out probably our oldest, our senior statesman, the yellow Lego castle from the original 1977 or 1978 set. And this, I guess, was out for a while. I didn't realize it was that old of a set. But the version I have here is from 1984. So, and I love it. The minifigures are still here. Still got most of them. and they're still the same dimensions, still same type of build as the new minifigures, but of course they got the fun, a little bit squeaky. I was saying they need maybe a little WD-40, but they still got the fun. Oh, whoops, don't stick together as well, I guess. They still got the fun old school Lego smiley face. So yeah, these are like what, 40-year-old minifigures here. So still got them pretty good intact. Good quality toy, man. I'm telling you, just good collector, or a good collecting piece to have in our collection. Baseball says, oh yeah, he went to the Bricks and Minifigs. Alexandria says, my favorite Marvel set is the Infinity Gauntlet. Oh, interesting, Alexandria. The kind of like the giant build of the gauntlet itself. The gold pieces in that are pretty sleek looking. I was trying to think of a good description. Did that come with any minifigures, or was that just like the gauntlet build itself? Never thought about getting. I don't really collect those type of. Those are more like display piece builds. But yeah, I'm definitely. I think my biggest thing are like these huge, like building modular type of builds. And then of course you got to throw in a spaceship every once in a while. So yeah, very cool. Baseball says it's just like a couple of Spider-Man and Batman's minifigs to trade in, but I found my Ninjago figs, but keeping those because they look cool. Yeah, Ninjago is key. I don't have the Ninjago City out right now. My favorite set, so I definitely agree with you there, Baseball. Hello, Hennessy. Welcome back. Psh. Good to see you here. Blackout says that's awesome. Baseball says I have Boba Fett's Starship on my shelf. Oh, very cool. So the one I just showed, or maybe you have an even older version. This one, I think it's a 2020 set. So I think we got that one. It was like a great price on Amazon at the time. I think maybe it was only, I mean, compared to now, it's like a $40 set. So love the fact that we can get that set for that price, especially now since the Jango Fett Starship is $70. Hello, Ivan. Welcome. Psh, great to have you here. So, yeah, so just kind of a nice assortment of Lego sets here, from the newest set in our collection to the oldest, 1980s, 2025. Crazy to think about. Now, have I been collecting Lego that long? No, I'm sure my collection, or have I been collecting Lego consistently that long since the 1980s? No. So there's the Dark Ages, I've heard it called by other AFOLs, where, you like Lego as a kid, like most kids do, and then you go through your Dark Age period where, you grow up and Lego's just a toy, and so of course you're not interested in it. But then usually, like with me, having my own family now, then you get back into Lego with your kids, and that's what happened to me big time when my two sons and daughter were given a couple Lego sets, and I helped them build just one of these small little Mixel sets, and that was it. I wanted to build some more Lego, and so I bought a couple sets, and that was fun. And then it led to all this, because you rediscover, especially this was like 2017, you rediscover how amazing these Lego sets are. And ever since then, I must have gotten back into Lego at the right time, or I guess it depends on what you think about the right time being the fact that now there's so many Lego sets and the prices keep going up. But the amount of Lego sets that have been released since that time, 8 years ago, has been just nonstop, with great builds. I didn't even know UCS type sets existed. Of course, they existed before 2017. But, well, heck, the UCS Millennium Falcon that is still out right now, I think that was probably a new release at that time. So, or just, yeah, I want to say probably it's been on the shelves for a long time. So anyway, yeah, getting back into Legos, like, oh, wait a second, they have Lego sets for any theme you could possibly think of. The modular sets I didn't know about when I got back into Lego, and then to just discover there are so many themes to pick from, and you know, you can't there's no chance to lose interest. Of course, you know, you can't spend all the money on Lego, but man, is it great. Let's see here. Mage Wizard, hey, just noticed that. Sorry, I was talking about my collection and going back in time there a little bit. Ivan says, I'm doing good. Also glad to hang out with you in the chat. Yeah, thanks, Ivan. You guys are having a good conversation. Finished Barador. This one right here, Mage Wizard built it up as well. What did you think? Did it take you roughly, I'd say, what, 12 hours for us? I guess maybe more, because when we got down to, or it was built separately, like my son did the top part, I did this part here. This one took longer, so he was finished with this, and it was kind of cool that we could separate the set that way. But yeah, maybe about 12, 13-hour build. Liam, Star Wars fan, welcome. Great to have you here. This is great. Seeing some of you guys joining the live stream, building an event. Oh, Mage Wizard, you are building some huge Lego sets. These are going to be great in your collection. Building the not Star Wars, building the Avengers Tower right now. Jealous, kind of jealous of you, man. That is really cool. That set is what, 35 minifigures? I think that's another 5,000 piece set. Very impressive. Finished. Oh, here we go. Mage Wizard says finished Barador in 1 day, 8 to 10 hours. Nice dedication. So that's some serious brick therapy right there. Just set aside the day and see the whole set come together all in 1 day. I love it. Boba Fett's projects. Welcome. All right. Love to see all you guys here. This is great. Hey, Bricktonium, I saw you mentioned yesterday. Love it. Thank you for joining the live stream. Baseball says, when I get a Lego set, I build it in one sitting. Oh, that's awesome. I haven't been able to do that in a long time. Let's see, I'm trying to think, what set did I even pull that off with? It'd have to be a smaller set. Probably just one of those smaller, like 200, 300 piece sets. But yeah, to build like a modular in one setting, oh, that would be great. I think what I need to do is take probably like a vacation day and just pick a big set like that and just enjoy the build for a good, you know, literally a full day, right? From morning to evening. That would be so fun. Blackout, thanks for joining the chat. Thank you for talking in the chat and talking about Lego. It's been great to have you. Leave a like, guys, and if you're new, of course, subscribe. Thank you for joining us. We love talking about Lego with everyone here. Ivan says, Brick Therapy, my plans are this weekend to reduce my Lego boxes collection. Oh, good idea. Those can definitely build up and clutter a house, a room, you name it. Flatten them down. The Lego Creator Expert boxes so I can have more space to add newer Lego themes. I'm always conflicted about that one, Ivan. Do I keep the Lego boxes, especially like the Barador box that's down here on the floor, the box art, just the packaging, not these. I don't keep the bags, but I used to actually. There's something special about the whole deal. Buying Lego, it's like you are literally buying the whole package and enjoying it. So yeah, collapsing the boxes is something I do, but I haven't done it lately. And like I have the Ninjago City box. I have those boxes from a few years ago, and you can kind of see over time how cool the box art is. You don't want to get rid of it. I wish that would have been amazing if I kept the box to this set, because that was back when the boxes had the front flap and you could see the actual pieces under like a cellophane cover, like plastic, clear plastic cover. Blackout heads out. Liam, Star Wars fan, says, I'm trying to build a Star Wars battle. Ooh, something like on a big, what do they call it? You know, the big base plate, and then putting on a bunch of clones or maybe stormtroopers versus rebels. That's cool. they've had so many good battle packs over the years that it'd be fun to set something up like that. Obviously, you can only do so much. Once you build up your collection, you're like, how do you get everything out there on display? It's kind of like you got to go through different phases and cycles, and then rotate out your Lego sets so that you can make room for the next thing. So very fun. I love that. It's a great activity. This is where so much can happen in the brick therapy realm. You can build up Lego, you can display Lego, you can break down and store Lego and build up new Lego. And all of it is just a great, I don't know, it's just a great, nice mental break from everything, building and sorting. There's something about the Lego hobby that just appeals to your sense of organization and order, but it can also lead to a huge, I don't want to say mess, but you know, you could get kind of overwhelmed by what you have with when you got all the boxes and everything. So got to think of some organizational strategy to keep all the sets in good order. We do have these like clear plastic storage containers that we put certain Legos in, and then when we want to build like an old Lego City setup or like the Christmas holiday sets, we have a few of those. Break those out in November, December, and build those up, and then put them away again. So yeah, there's so much you can do. Lots of building opportunities, and then of course when you add to your collection with newer sets, then it's like, well, what do you do now? Where do you put everything? So one day, I know we've been asked a couple times, do a Lego room tour. Don't have like a dedicated Lego room, but I'll have to do a video of that because it'd be fun to show you how random our collection is when it's all kind of displayed on a dining table. So Bricktonium says, how was the Shire build? The Shire build down here, these were all great builds because my son and I could each one divide up the builds since they come with separate instruction books and build them up. But the Shire build was I liked it. I enjoyed it. I know people compared it to the older one from 2013. I don't know if it was called the Shire, if it was called or it was called a Hobbit set, but it's got a lot of cool details in there. It comes with some side builds, like up here. You've got do I have it out? Maybe I don't. Oh, but there's one part of the build where it's like in the scene in the movie where Bilbo Baggins is standing by his birthday cake and he puts the ring on and he disappears. And so part of the build has that scene in it where you put, there's like a little mechanical part of the platform that he stands on and you turn around like he disappeared putting on the ring. So it's got some fun add-ins to it that relate to the movie story itself. So yeah, some people said the price was a little bit, or not a little bit, the price was too high. When we got it, we used insider points, and then that was the time. The reason why I took advantage of it is because, well, I already had the Rivendell set, then we had that first, and then just had it waiting to be built. Got this one, and that came out with a gift with purchase, the Smeagol and Deagle GWP. So that was part of the fun of getting that set. Once this was built, that led to, all right, we got to build Rivendell. This was over the summer, and then that led to, all right, got to buy and build Barad-dûr, and can't complain. All great sets. All great sets. So yeah, very fun. Blackout heads out. Let's see. Yeah, so yeah, Bricktonium, the Shire build, recommend it. I think it's fun. If you have the older version, yeah, we did a video, like just a short video review of it, comparing it to, my friend has the older Shire from like whenever it was released, probably like 2013, I want to say. And you can tell they've definitely, from my point of view, they've definitely made this set more detailed looking. But that other build, I think that one came more with the Hobbit movie. So that one came with some of the dwarves that were in that story. So it looks a little different. But what I like what my friend did was he bought it used, but he got 2 half versions of it on eBay and then combined them together. So I think he has a fuller looking set. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Ivan says, so reorganizing to different Lego boxes: Lego City, Lego Adult, Lego Technic. I love hanging out with you on live stream. And oh, very cool. So you guys, yeah, definitely like to see all you guys on live stream. So thank you for that. And if you like hanging out with Alexander on the live stream, all the better. So very cool, Ivan. All right, so I'm on bag 4 of this 6-bag set. Definitely not going to pull off a giant Lego build at the pace I'm going here, but enjoying the build nonetheless. And now getting kind of more definition into the ship itself. And I think, of course, one of my favorite parts of this build was Jango Fett. Me being like I guess a newish Star Wars Lego fan, I didn't realize that they had an older version of Jango Fett, but I didn't have that. So it's fun to have these minifigures here, you know, Boba Fett, the younger version, and then Jango Fett right here. So great minifigs to add to your collection, especially if you are a fan of the prequel series of sets or the movies itself, because it gives you the origin story of the clones and where they come, or where they were, I guess you could just say created, developed by the Kaminoans. And so you get a couple of those, or you get one of those minifigures. So I was saying, get the Obi-Wan Starship so you have 2 of those type of figures. And they definitely look like the alien creature that, you know, is talked about, whether it's Star Wars or not. So it's interesting looking figures there. That's one of them. I forgot. They got some interesting names too. So I did a poll earlier and asked what theme to build after Barador. It's hard to go from Barador to some other theme, because that was such a great epic build. That was like a good building series. All 3 of the Lord of the Rings sets were great to build them up together with my son over the summer. And now that school's back in session, it's kind of a bummer to say bye to that series, but now we have an opportunity to build something else. So we'll see. All right, now let's see. I gotta add this part here. This must be, oh, let me see. I'm not even sure how to describe it. This is the part, I guess, that props up. Oh no, this might be the fuselage or the pilot section here that's going to get attached. That gives it this unique look to the ship, the Starship itself. I feel like the orientation is okay. Let me do this. I gotta do the orientation a certain way. Okay, and then attach this piece into the Technic rods. All right. That's kind of fun. I wonder how fun this would be on the UCS version of this ship, but there we go. Okay, so looking like a very amazing looking build already. I got to be honest. If you are, I've never built the either version of the Slave One series of ships, so this one looks cool. I know they've had older ones in the past, so fun to see this one come together and experience it myself. Mage Wizard, thank you for joining us. Psh, looks like you're out. Liam, Star Wars fans. Oh, there we go. Yeah, Nico is chilling. We'll just call him Little Brick Therapy from now on. CC5853, your profile picture is the same background for my phone. Oh, fun. Bricktonian says, Jango Fett is cool, although he tends to lose his head in battle. Nice. Psh, love the play on words there, Bricktonian. It is true. Baseball says, do you have a minifigure display case? They look really cool, and I think I will get one for my birthday. Oh, nice, Baseball. That's a good question. I've seen those display cases specifically sold at Bricks and Minifigs. We have built up, they're not a case, but we've built up these stands with our extra Lego just to display minifigures here. So these are obviously the Barador minifigs. But yeah, those would be great to have. Of course, those would take up a ton of room because it's just for minifigures and then the case itself. It does, I guess it'd be good for your most valuable minifigs though, right? Because you got to protect them from all the dust and everything else that collects. But no, don't have one of those. I'm gonna have to look into those. I've seen those at Bricks and Minifigs. I don't know if it's like a licensed Lego design build or if that's just something independent of Lego. I don't think I've ever seen those at the Lego store. Actually, now I'm curious. Let me see if they have that on lego.com. Minifigure Lego display case. Do they have those at, does Lego actually make them? Oh, I guess they do. But yeah, they're the ones that have like the clear display part and then like larger Lego studs on top and bottom. So does Lego, let's see, does Lego actually sell them? I haven't really noticed them on the Lego website. But I guess they have to be licensed in some form. Anyway, no, I guess not. But yeah, there are wall-mounted minifigure cases, Alexandria says. Oh, very cool. Okay. Hey, Lord Zamazu. Welcome. CC 5853. Oh, because of privacy reasons. Ivan says, so in the near future, Brick Therapy, I am reorganizing my Lego boxes so I can make space for newer Lego City Arctic sets and new Lego City sets and police sets and newer Lego sets. Awesome. Yeah, we haven't, ooh, nice dab, Liam, Star Wars fan. Love that. Whew, that's old school right there. We have some of the old school Lego City sets. That was one of the themes or series I got into when I started to collect Lego again because there were such great deals at the time. We were living overseas and I found a Lego good sized police station set for like half price and a Lego fire station also half price. I got to dig those back out. I think my son might have dedicated those to some other build. I know he wanted to build a mock of the Burj Khalifa, so it might be that whole entire Lego City fire station and police station got turned into a giant skyscraper. But yeah, I like the older Lego City sets. I do like the newer themes that they've kind of come up with, like a coffee shop and a donut shop, and of course you can build a giant Lego donut and the kind of the ice cream truck and burger food truck that they've released recently or within the last couple of years. But yeah, those Lego City sets are fun. Some of them look quite just like too much going on. Like there's one that the Lego store on display over the summer, which was like a spaceship on top, or I don't know, an air, or maybe a high-speed jet on top, a launcher on top, and then somewhat of a building or office building underneath. And I don't know, it just looked like a giant mess to me. So Lego City, I like Lego City from like 8 years ago. Love the designs, and then I don't know, Lego changed the way those are. I don't know, I guess to appeal to younger kids in some way, but I think they like the old school displays. My favorite part of the Lego City now are actually those I don't know what they're called, the Prison Island one, where it's like they have a full-on Alcatraz kind of looking Lego what would you call it? Police station? Now I'm at a loss for words. I gotta see Lego City Police or something like that. But yeah, I don't know. There's some good sets still, but Oh yeah, Lego City Prison Island. I was right. Lego City Prison Island. I like the one that one looks kind of old school to me. Those are the Lego City sets I like. And then the older Mountain Police sets, those were fun. Primarily because they come with special minifigures that just to me are a reason why I like Lego in the first place. Okay, so yeah, I don't know. That's fun. Liam, you got a lot of good ideas, I must say. I was looking at the Clone Army Customs and I saw that the 327th driver helmet and then realized it would look good on a new 327th, says CC5853. Lego Gamer is here. Psh, awesome, Lego Gamer. Welcome. Alexandria says hi to the Lego Gamer as well. Very cool. Bricktonium, what was your first Lego set? Ooh, good question, Bricktonium. For me, I think it wasn't the Yellow Castle. This is the oldest set here. I can go back even further. I think probably one of the first Lego sets was either the old school space sets where I first discovered just the flat, smooth pieces like these gray pieces here that I just thought were so cool as a kid. I think I got. They used to make these Lego ships that had a weight on the bottom, so you could actually put them in a swimming pool or bathtub and they would actually float upright. I think those were Lego pieces. I want to say they were, or Lego sets. And then I had some Lego minifigures that were before. I mean, they were like the minifigures and then the fact that they had the same like dimensions, like height and everything, but the arms were just, they didn't move. They were just kind of another like shape that kind of stuck out from the torso. And the head, there was a yellow Lego minifigure head, but there was no painting on it, no face, and then legs that again just part of the body but didn't move. And then once the minifigures came out like they are now, because this minifigure here is from 1984, so obviously the design is still there. But yeah, I think my oldest ones were that ship, a Lego ship. I don't even know if it had a theme or series name back then. But yeah, I could go back. Hey, Melody Bell, psh, welcome. Talking about old school Lego. Love it, love it, love it. Ivan says, I like the newer Lego City set boxes style with the lift up lids. Now, if that is the case, I haven't noticed. I guess I need to check out the Lego City displays. That would be like the Lego boxes that were when I got this set, because those lids lifted up and then you could see the Legos on display inside underneath some cellophane. So that was super fun. Glad to have you, Melody Bell. Thank you. Psh, thanks for joining us. This is great. This is like one of our summer live streams. As you can see, if you haven't been to our live stream lately, we have finished the Bardor, Rivendell, and Shire, the whole Lord of the Rings collection on display here. And just to talk about some themes I've been considering recently, I brought out my yellow Lego castle from my childhood, and as I build up the Jango Fett Starship, just enjoying several themes. As you can see, I love the color of all this that's in the frame of the camera here. It's so much fun. Let's see here. My first Lego set. Lego Gamer says, my first Lego set was one of the pirate ones. Don't know which one was the first actual one, though. Oh, very cool. I think one Lego Gamer, when did those come out? Those were the pirate sets out before the 2000s. I wanna guess it was before the 2000s, but maybe right as the millennium changed, because I remember seeing those sets quite a while ago. But yeah, those were cool sets. I think oh gosh, what was it? The one that was out or retired last summer. That makes me think of the there was the Barracuda Bay ship that they released a couple of years ago and had that one built up. And then the one that's like more of a fortress. What was that one called? So yeah, anyway, there is, oh, and then there's the Lego Pirate Ship that's out now. That's a 3-in-1 set. But yeah, those old Pirate Ship sets those look good too. Gosh, there's so many fun themes, and the way the builds are, they really, along with the minifigures, really capture so much detail that the minifigures plus the builds themselves are great, especially if you're adding more to your collection. I mean, you can't go wrong. That's a great theme. I forgot about those. So yeah, there's just so it's like which one, what to get next, what to focus on next in terms of themes. There's so many Lego themes. I guess like when I got back into Lego, Ninjago City had me pretty much hooked. I mean, that got me into buying bigger Lego sets. I like the modular sets. If I had to limit the collection to just 3 themes, it would have to be Ninjago as one of them, Lego Star Wars, and then maybe Lego modulars, because those kind of encompass quite a lot of fun, different builds and looks at. Oh, hey, Mop Top, welcome. Welcome, Mop Top. Thank you for joining us. GRC Rabbits is here. High fives. Yeah, so modular sets, because those include a lot of good detail, a lot of unique minifigures. Star Wars, because you just can't go wrong with Star Wars, and then Ninjago. But then now I'm looking behind me. I wouldn't want to give this up. So, oh my goodness, so crazy. GRC Rabbit says, we are so close to 1,100 subs. Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Lego Gamer says, I want to say, oh, so for the Pirate series around or after 2010. Okay, I thought they were older than that, but I mean, that's a while ago. That's like 15 years ago. Ivan, oh, what was your idea, Ivan? You sent an idea for a set. I'm leaning towards the Lego Lord of the Rings bar. Oh, yeah. Ivan, need I say more? It's worth it. It's worth it. My first Lego set was really old Star Wars Battle of Naboo. Droid Carrier. Oh, yes. I think that's kind of what's out now, that Battle of Felucia set. Yes, exactly, Alexander. There's so many amazing sets coming out. I looked a little bit at the some Lego YouTubers talking about the 2026 leaks, and of course, there's the Death Star that is coming out. I'm really curious. I know people were disappointed at first, and of course, the price is crazy. But just to see when that set actually gets released, which supposedly is in October, to see what people those that can afford it share on YouTube the build experience. Bricktonium says, gotta go. It was great hanging out. I liked and sub, so I'll be back. Awesome, Bricktonium. Thank you so much. The California Garden. Hey, welcome. Love the name. California Garden. That sounds so refreshing, especially in this summer weather. Lego Gamer says there's going to be Pokemon Lego sets coming out in 2026. I did not know that, although that makes sense. I mean, they've done so many different themes that, like Fortnite, they've done Animal Crossing. I mean, those are game related, but then they did the One Piece, kind of the anime related series of sets, and Pokemon is pretty popular. I mean, if they've done Sonic the Hedgehog, they've got to do Pokemon. That'll be interesting to see. Hey, Gagey, welcome back. Howdy. Favorite meal go. GRC Rabbit says, I've been on the Whatnot lately, winning free stuff. I've never tried that platform. That I've seen the bigger Lego YouTubers say they build on Whatnot. Or no, they do their giveaways on Whatnot. So that, you guys that do that, very cool. Shout out to you guys for getting free stuff. Bricktonian, thank you. See you around. Come back soon. I'm going to be live streaming every day this week. I'm on a four-day live streaming streak. So, and this is fun. The more you guys bring up all these other ideas. KM17 says, W on the bar door. Thank you, sir. So lots of fun Lego here on display, and slowly building the Jango Fett Starship. If you're into Lego Star Wars, here's this one. We've got Castle. We've got Lord of the Rings in the background here. Might as well give a shout out to my channel here. Here is our Bricktherapy logo. If you see our channel, you'll notice this is our avatar, and then we've got our Bricktherapy. We did finally tried out the custom CMF build that you can do either through lego.com or the Lego store. I think it was more of a enjoyable experience doing the CMF on the Lego website than trying to do it at the Lego store. I've only seen it at one Lego store, and there's just too many people, and I'd rather just, you can take your time on your design. I mean, it's not as fancy as you think. You're really just coming up with a torso picture, but it's still fun to see it arrive, and you're supposed to, look like that's supposed to be me and my son as sig figs. Let's see what else. JRC Rabbit says, yeah, won some free stuff on Whatnot. Bricktonium, yeah, thank you to Bricktonium for joining us and subscribing. Lego Gamer says, some are older though. Yeah, okay, there we go. Some of the older Pirates sets are from the 1990s. GRC Rabbit says, I think the next modular I want to get is the Tudor Corner. You will not be disappointed with that one, GRC Rabbits. That's one that I just got. It's waiting to be built. And that reminds me, the one modular I want to get that I hope they don't retire soon is it's been out maybe over a year now, is the Lego History Museum, or the History Museum one. That one would be amazing to get, but I keep holding off because of the price. And I don't think those will ever go on sale. So maybe have to use the remnants of the insider points I have, because I used a lot on barred order to save money on that one. Ricky Brick says, hey, how are you guys doing? Hey, Ricky Bricks. Love it. Love all the Lego fans out there. KM17 says City Gardens or City Marcus Ninjago. Very cool, KM17. That is definitely... Ninjago City, the first modular, is my favorite set. Oh, he's out. KM17, thank you for joining us. Hopefully you come back. But yeah, I'm with you on the Ninjago City modulars. Those are fun builds. Doing well, Ricky Bricks, doing well. Lego Gamer says hello. We're getting a Death Pancake instead of a Death Star. Lego Gamer, it's true. It's like a slice of the full battle station. The leaked pictures of it look like cool display sets, on different levels. But I really don't know how else you make the inside look. But it's disappointing that it's not actually a sphere like the playset one that came out. Gosh, what, 10 years ago? GRC Rabbit says, I think the History Museum has probably got another year. Okay, I'm trying to think what the oldest one out is, because they rotate, when they bring in a new one, they rotate out after 2 years. So maybe there's one older than that that's out. Is it the Jazz Club? I can't remember. Lego Gamer says, I do think the set is cool though. Yeah, it is. It's a cool looking set. The problem is it cool enough for $1,000? So that's the debate. JRC Rabbit says, did anyone else hear about the Lego Black Pearl? Yeah, earlier, gosh, several live streams ago, someone brought that up. So I forgot about that. But yeah, that is is that a rumored set, or is that confirmed that that's going to be out for... Was it going to be out for 2026, or is it going to be out before that? I mean, the Death Star was rumored, and then pictures leaked. People talked about it on social media. And when I did a Google search, I don't know if it was AI that said it, but basically that set's supposed to be out in October. So, I mean, Lego, it's kind of like a fireworks display with Lego, meaning that they sets get rumored, and then pictures leak, and then the excitement and the anticipation builds up, and then all these sets are talked about and shown, and then it's like all these sets come out and you see this giant list, you're like, gosh, which one could you get? You have this, you know, this favorites list of sets you want to get, and now there's all these new ones coming out and you're overwhelmed. So, but I don't know. I think it would be interesting to see how well the Death Star set does, like how many people actually buy that. And I'm curious, I'm assuming that there'll be a gift with purchase to go with that set, and I'm sure they'll do well, who knows. But I'm if judging from judging from what Lego has done in the past, will they will the gift with purchase be something very fun and exclusive that will make people buy the set? Like when Bardur was released last summer, it came out with a very tempting set that I think is like over $100 now if you want to buy it secondhand. But it was that Fell Beast, that Ring Wraith on the like dragon-like figure, and you know, to me that was a very cool gift with purchase. But at the time, I thought when the set came out, the price was so high. I'd be like, gosh, that's still quite a bit of money to want to get the set and then be tempted by Lego to get that gift with purchase. But eventually, if you do get the set like we did, it's like, oh man, I wish I would have gotten it at the time of that gift with purchase, because that would have been a great gift with purchase set to have for the Lord of the Rings collection. And it would be a set I wouldn't want to resell. So yeah, the Black Pearl makes me think about a lot of these sets that get rumored, and then there's like the list just grows. Alexandria says yes, she's heard about that Black Pearl, but hearing not good things about the build. Well, that's interesting. Maybe that's why the rumors died down. The oldest one is the Boutique Hotel, JRC Rabbit says, for the modulars. Okay, that's right. So the Jazz Club, I think, maybe came after that, and then the History Museum. Okay, so I'll assume that there's some more time, more opportunity to get that History Museum. I really like that build. It's it reminds me of the X-Men headquarters build. Also, it's kind of got that old school looking museum in like a major city, kind of like in London you got the British Museum or something like that, or the Met Museum in New York. Lego Gamer says, I have a feeling that they might make more sections of the Death Star and make it into a sphere. Wow, Lego Gamer, I think you're on to something there. That would be, yeah, so like this is part one of this amazing, humongous set that's going to come out, and then you buy the modular in sections. Very clever, Lego Gamer. That is, I like that. That is a good point. Then instead of shocking people with like a $3,000 Lego set, you can buy it in separate pieces in sections, which would be pretty amazing. But also quite, quite shocking to think, like, when it's all said and done, how much have you spent on a Lego Death Star? However, I mean, those people that build those custom mocks and they build these huge, like, minifigure scale Hogwarts where it takes up an entire room and there's like 20,000 Lego pieces in it, or probably more than that. I mean, that's got to be a lot of money invested. So now Lego's maybe taking that idea and saying, look, we can do that too. And Lego Gamer, man, you should work for them, man. That's a great point. That is a great point. JRC Rabbit says, rumored, but I think there have been leaked images of is that the Black Pearl? Lego Gamer says, I went back to prison. I mean school yesterday. Oh, I know. In August, when I was younger, we didn't go back to school until after Labor Day in September. That was acceptable. Now it's just like, August, it's like, it's just still too hot to go back to school. Alexandria says, I think the Death Star pancake will sell because people want to brag they got it. True, Alexandria. those that can get it, and I think if there's a gift with purchase that comes with it, all the more reason to brag, depending on what it is that Lego does to entice people to spend that much money. I guess they can be in Lego history saying, I'm one of the first people that spent $1,000 in one sitting on one, not a giant Lego haul, just one Lego set. And I mean, there are those Lego YouTubers that, you know, they do they take their or they make their video of a vlog, and they're like $1,000 haul, $2,000 haul, and it's like, and that's for several sets. But yeah, I think you're right, Alexander. It's definitely got bragging rights to it. And you know, if you can swing the cost, then I guess more power to them. But eventually, as inflation goes, that won't be such an abnormal thing for a giant Lego modular set or a giant Lego build like that, especially Star Wars, to cost that much. Okay, this is looking confusing here. Where in the world does this go? So trying to figure out where. So it goes. Is this like a section that just is supposed to get wedged in there? This is interesting. Turn the page. So I'm at this part in the build. I know there's more interesting topics, but so it wants me to build this piece here, and then judging from the picture here, I'm not really sure if that's like this. Attach it from the bottom or slide the piece between two sections of the build. It looks strange. I don't know. Well, let's see what happens. Or maybe it's just to, oh, I see. Never mind. It's to attach onto the base of the ship, not up above it. Okay. It helps when you can look to the next page and actually figure out what Lego's trying to tell you to do there in the instructions. That was not clear. But anyway, there. Figured it out. That's how it goes on. Hey, Lego Tom. Psh, welcome. Love all the Lego people showing up. The Lego community is strong in this one. Blocks Bricks, good evening. Psh, welcome to you as well. JRC Rabbit says, what's your opinion on knockoff Lego sets that are exactly the same? You know what, GRC Rabbits, if they do a knockoff of that Death Star pancake, that might be one to explore. I've gotten one knockoff set because they had the Ghostbusters headquarters. I saw that at the Lego store. This is a couple or several years ago now, and I thought that was a really interesting looking build, but I just thought it was too big a set to get. And then eventually, I saw some reviews of it, and it looked like a great build. The inside with all the different details that showed the inside of the headquarters like an old fire station. And so I got that on the usual websites that sell knockoff Lego, and the quality of the Lego the quality of the bricks, not Lego. The quality of the bricks was really good. The build was frustrating in the sense that when they ship those type of sets to you, there's the bags are not, they're just not, it's like they just take all the pieces, they make them in the factory or whatever, and then they just throw all the pieces in bags, and then hopefully you get the right pieces to build up the set. Now, it's not a fun experience in the sense that, you know, you have to order those and you're not sure when it actually gets to you. And it was missing several small pieces that I had to pull from my own collection of extra bricks. So, you know, for probably 20 or maybe 15% of the price, it was worth giving it a shot. I don't know if I would build a whole collection of Lego on doing that, but it was worth that. So if there's like an old Lego retired set that you want and there's no way you're going to spend hundreds of dollars on a used version of it, it's it's worth a try. I've seen people buy UCS knockoff sets like that and enjoyed the build. It just depends. The quality of the quality of the bricks is kind of a toss up, but the build experience can be interesting to say the least, and it can lead to some frustration because you gotta basically, it's almost like you gotta open all the bags and just sort them by the color or by similar pieces, and then just over time put the whole darn thing together. It's like, you know, it's like an old set you have that you've taken apart, and then you're just trying to reconstruct it again. So yeah, I don't know. It's kind of your own experience, but you know, it's a fun, I think a one-off maybe. I will get the Death Slice when it goes on sale for 30%. Blocks Brick says, ha, that's awesome. I don't know if it'll ever go on sale, Blocks Bricks, but you know, maybe. I mean, the UCS Millennium Falcon went on sale a few times with other retailers, so you might have to wait a few years. That's the only thing. GRC Rabbit says, oh yeah, what's your opinion on knockoff bricks? Yeah, GRC Rabbits, have you ever gotten sets like that? That's a good question. Carapia or Carapia, welcome. Psh, good to have you here. Thanks guys for joining the chat. Leave a like, and if you like Lego, definitely subscribe. We have a good community here of Lego fans, so it's fun to see all you guys here. Put on the Spider-Man helmet. Ooh, I don't know if we have one of those. Do you see something in the background that I don't see? Says DTV, welcome DTV. Star Wars Battlefield says, I'm back. Hello, Star Wars Battlefield. You missed some discussion on the Death Slice, as Lego Gamer calls it. The Death Slice is so fun. Amy says, hey, Amy, welcome. What is that House Mountain thing behind you? The House Mountain thing. It could be a few things that you're seeing there. So if you're familiar with the Lord of the Rings movies, these are Lord of the Rings themed sets. So this is the Shire, where the hobbits lived, and then above it is Rivendell. And then mountain looking thing, maybe you're referring to that, is Barad-dûr. This is the Tower of Barad-dûr. And if you're familiar with the Lord of the Rings movies, that's from the movie itself. All based on the Fellowship of the Ring, Lord of the Rings books by J.R.R. Tolkien. So those sets represent that storyline or that movie also. So yeah, if you're a Lego fan and you are looking at how much Lego has been, how prolific, how much Lego has produced over the last, 8 years or so, these are a representation of all the various themes that you can get through Lego. So yeah, there's a lot going on there. Star Wars Battlefield says, it's good to be back. Awesome. And Star Wars Battlefield quickly chimes in and says, not into the Death Slice. I do like the reference name. The Death Slice is pretty funny. Beans, psh, welcome back to the Beans. JRC Rabbit says, I haven't gotten knockoff Lego, but people on YouTube say that they're pretty good and have numbered bags. But the minifigs are weird. Yeah, a lot of those knockoff sets, you have to snap in the arms to the minifigs. So like they come in, sometimes the legs have to be put together. Like the whole thing is basically as disassembled as possible, and then like anything that comes with accessories like minifigure, tools, pistol pieces, axes, or wrenches or whatever, they're all like in those, kind of like when you bought those old school model toys where they were all connected by like plastic and you snapped them out. So that's what you end up getting. The minifigs are cool. The only thing is, you know, you have a knockoff set. You have knockoff minifigures, so you know it's pretty much not going to be worth anything in terms of trying to resell it or trade it at another time. You could try and sell the whole thing to someone who wants a knockoff set as well. That might get you some of the money back. Lumi Bricks are coming out with really good sets, and they come with light kits too. Yeah, so that's true, Alexander. There are just alternative brick companies who don't do knockoff sets, but basically make Lego equivalent bricks and make their own designs. And so I've seen some Lego YouTubers review those and say they're just as good, which is cool. Especially if you're building up a Lego city, or maybe you need you are building one of those giant, like maybe you're going to one of those brick fairs, one of those big Lego conferences where you're showing off a huge display, and you need hundreds or thousands of bricks. Then those come in handy. Then those alt bricks or those alternative Lego builds that you're talking about. So I guess, yeah, there's some advantages to that. I know not everyone wants to mix up their Lego with alternative brick set pieces, but I think it come in handy when if you are doing that, where you're just building like a 10,000, 20,000 piece Lego city or display of some sort. And then, yeah, if you don't want to ever take it apart, or if you do take it apart or it loses sections or sections break, it's maybe not as big a deal that that happened. But yeah, I haven't tried those alternative Lego company or brick companies that are not trying to steal Lego designs, but are just coming up with their own designs. And that's cool. I've never used the light bricks in any of the Lego sets we have. I think it would look really cool with Rivendell or Barad-dûr to put up those, to attach those light bricks. But then, yeah, I don't know how complicated it is either to add those. Okay, let's see here. Finishing up very slowly here. Brick 4. Mr. Blob! Psh! Let's go. Mr. Blob stop motion is here. John Powell, welcome. Oh, there's another alt brick company, I guess. Fantasy quality is definitely as good as Lego. Awesome. There's several I've seen on Amazon, so I'll have to check those out. Especially if you are, I think I said this already, but if you're building up a Lego city and you already have several modulars and you're like, oh, I wish I had a modular that it looks more of a certain theme, like, I don't know, from a different, like a different series of restaurants or shops. I think that's where those designs are great, and of course the price is probably a lot less. Star Wars Battlefield says, I've got one question before I go. Should I continue posting on my YouTube channels? For sure, why not? Especially as you're basically, if it's part of your hobby, and like us doing Lego and then posting on YouTube kind of go together, why not? You obviously built up a good community of Lego fans when you connect like we're doing here. So I say keep going, Star Wars Battlefield. Don't give up. Alexandria says, if Lego keeps raising their prices, people will have to turn to other companies. That's true. Maybe Lego will get a little warning call. The thing is, they might not care for a while since they have all this special licensing with Disney, but who knows? If their profit margin drops on a graph like from year to year, I'm for sure thinking they'll have to do something. That would be interesting to see. John Powell says, plus the other companies print most of their pieces. Ah, that is key. Yeah, less stickers or no stickers. Got 12 Lego modulars and about 5 others. Okay, there we go. That's what I was thinking, John Powell. Yeah, if you're building up a Lego city, why not use alternative Lego or brick designers to build up and make you know, your own custom city even more creative, even more colorful, and not spend a complete fortune and just wait on other modulars to be released. I've seen some pretty cool designs. I want to say there's some that I don't know what the company was, but it looks like, you know, they got some have more of an Asian look, like they got different types, like a sushi restaurant or like a Hello Kitty kind of looking build. So yeah, I like the idea of those. But then, of course, you could devote money to other Lego sets too. So there's always that trade-off. So there we go. This is the, let's see, 2 bags left. This is bags 1 through 4 of the Jango Fett Starship. Really like the build. Really like sharing this with all you guys. And then the Kaminoan has not shown up yet, but we've got Jango Fett and Mini Boba Fett here. So yeah. Awesome. Star Wars Battlefield, it says he's going to start posting soon. Hey, Jace, welcome back. Psh. Star Wars Battlefield says, I'll put my next video on your Discord if that's cool. For sure, Star Wars Battlefield. Share your creative designs, videos, builds, whatever you would like. Because we got a smaller community on our Discord, but everyone seems to be contributing to it, so you'll definitely get some comments and feedback on there for sure. Ooh, Lord of the Rings models to paint as well. Let's see. Alexandria says it's true, but people can't afford these sets in this economy. Yeah, I don't know. That's the hard part. The other option is, you know, you make it a hobby to get Lego from yard sales or from Bricklink or Facebook Marketplace, or yeah, basically just commit to buying used Lego sets. That's another option, knowing that you're not getting any new sets. But yeah, I mean, Lego's intended for kids, so that's why I said Ninjago is a good theme, because you still do get Lego sets at the right price. So I mean, at an affordable price that are still within something that's acceptable, like a $10 battle pack, for example. All right, guys. So thank you for joining me. I'm going to live stream every day. My voice is starting to go, and so I'm going to take a break. But thank you for joining me and building up this Lego, talking about all the sets. Great discussion. Everything from old Lego sets, old themes, alt brick, however you want to call it, new modular sets, the Death Slice, the options to get Lego at a different price or different company builds all together. Let me just thank everyone for joining. Had a lot of good contribution from some new viewers, and hopefully you guys liked and subscribed. I will live stream again tomorrow. Thank you, John Powell. Psh, awesome. Just subscribe, so I will see you again. Gonna live stream tomorrow, so if you're around during this time, John, love to have you come back. Thank you, Beans. Thank you, John Powell. Thank you, GRC Rabbits, Lego Gamer, Star Wars Legacy. KM17 was here for a little bit. Bunny Rat, Ivan, love having all you guys here. Gagey came in for a little bit there. The California Garden said hello. Melody Bell, Mop Top said Lego, love it. Liam, the Star Wars fan, you gotta have a Star Wars fan join us. That is awesome. So thank you, everyone. Have a good evening. See you soon.